uh-huh. Allergy, 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 allergy. I'm allergic to the bad vibes. I'm allergic to the bad minds. I'm allergic to a lazy. They wanna cover my energy. Leave me alone if it's no money. To the problem, I'm the remedy. I'm just chilling, sipping, observating. I'm the reference. I'm allergic to the. See the liar from afar. See I pull up with a mask. Protect myself from wahala. Who they tryna patronize me? I'm young and I'm lit and I'm free. Hold on, give me a second. Body they run when I sneeze. Allergy, 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 allergy. Mama business like a Malon Sugar. I'm so kicking like Bukayo Saka. I was so low but I learned how to fly. Can you believe I was a road runner? I was confined in the dragon's den. I could still breathe with no oxygen. Look what I built from a xeno of light. Deep in the cold I was really outside. Lord told me read so I took his advice. I'm blessed, now I can bring visions to life. Organically I'm a G. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Bouger, bouger, bouger. That chocolate oh body. Darling if you know you cannot get jiggy. Allergy, 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 allergy. Jiggy, ma. She wanna jiggy, ma. I give her jiggy, ma. Jiggy, ma. She wanna jiggy, ma. I give her jiggy, ma. Jiggy, ma.
And welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend set. It's the New York Mets taking on the Houston Astros. Well, Singy, as we come into this one, it's all about the sweep.
Yeah, and anytime there's a chance for the Bruins to come out, the pressure is definitely on. We'll see if they can find a way to salvage at least one in this series.
First pitch coming your way next. So just about set now. And the right-hander with the good curveball, Lance McCullers Jr.
Try to stay back for that power changeup. Speed differential between the fastball and the changeup is huge. Hitters, they have a hard time staying back.
Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. And the count 1-2. Now a fly ball to right center. Dubon makes his way towards it, brings it in with a nice running grab. One up, one down. And now here's Jeff McNeil. He swings and fouls one off. One out, base is empty. Outside. Full count, 3-2. One down, base is empty. That one to first, and there's a hit.
Batting third, first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. That one is absolutely belted. That's down. One hops off the wall. McNeil around third. He'll score and the Mets take the lead. 1-0.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. That's a good sound coming off the bat, man. And as he connected out front and ripped it into the outfield, that's one of those swings where you just don't even feel the ball hit the barrel. That's a pure stroke.
Now up to hit, Francisco Lindor. That one fouled off, 2-2. That one ripped right center field. It bangs off the wall. Alonso is waved home. The relay to the plate, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. Anytime you smoke a ball off the wall, you kind of think about what it could have been, but obviously you have to be happy with that result.
One out, runner at second. Now it's going to be Juan Soto. swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. That's his 4th home run of the series. It's 4-0. That's his 3rd straight game with a homer, Singy.
This dude is on fire, Boog. These kinds of streaks just don't come around too often. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
And now it's Mark Vientos. Swing and a miss, and he was fooled.
Well, it's not the inning he was planning on to begin this start, but you've got to find a way to shake things off and give your team some length and put up some zeros.
On the ground to first. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting 7th, the designated hitter, Ronnie Mauricio.
2 down, bases empty. Ronnie Mauricio will hit next.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about a guy's toughness and his ability to turn the page and keep pressing forward.
Up the middle. Whips it to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. And now the shortstop, Jeremy Pena. Obviously a guy who makes good contact, hits for average. But one of the things in today's game, the value in the fact that he hits both righties and lefties. Fouls one off, 2-2. They're so reliant on the matchups nowadays, Chris, and it's huge when you don't have to sit a guy or platoon him.
When you can hit, both sides in terms of pitchers' arms, you're a guy that it's hard to take out of the lineup, and I think it's very important today when everything is under the microscope.
Stays alive. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. And a swing and a miss. Beat him with a fastball.
You usually are going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on him right there. I mean, that's a well-thrown pitch. Tough to do anything with that in terms of getting the hands through and the sweet spot of the bat to the baseball.
Vientos whips it to first. And 2 quick outs in the bottom of the first here tonight. Now we check out the Astros lineup. And the challenge for this lineup today, Singy, finding a way to have success against the sinker ball.
Yeah, it's a tough pitch to hit, Boog, and even harder to...
On to first. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. Astros are down quietly. They trail it here 4-0. Second inning set to go. Here's the catcher for the Mets, Luis Torrens. That one outside, and it's 2-1. Singy wasn't very sharp in the first, got hit around a little bit, just wasn't able to locate particularly well. A lot of stuff in the fat part of the plate.
Yeah, Boog, he wasn't fooling anyone. It's a tough place to be because it's not always obvious what adjustments need to be made. Sometimes it's location, sometimes it's being too predictable. Sometimes you're tipping your pitches. He's going to need to figure it out quickly, though.
There's the swing and a miss.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches to get that swing and miss.
Hit on the ground to short. Pena. Over to first. 1 out in the second.
Batting 9th, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. And it remains 2-2. One down, base is empty. And that one is in the dirt. 3-2 now. Hit in the air out to center field. Dubon. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, center fielder Tyrone Taylor.
So the lineup flips over. Here's the Mets leadoff man, Tyrone Taylor.
Boog, this guy's just a tremendously talented center fielder. Gold Glove caliber type out there. Offensively, he can do some things, but also has some streakiness as well. I think the key is just trying to find a way for him to be consistent day in and day out. He saves runs in the outfield, so that's going to buy him more time to work things out at the dish.
Grounds one to short. Pena on the run, throw to first. Pretty nice play there. So no runs. Bottom of the second. Now the third baseman, Isaac Paredes. Two on the way. Out to center. Taylor moving under it. Puts it away for the out. At the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz. That's off the mark. Ball 3.
3 balls, 1 strike.
On the ground, right side. Throws to first in time.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground. Nice ground out.
Here's Mauricio Dubon. And the next pitch is way outside.
Ball 3.
2 outs, base is empty.
1 strike.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Now he'll turn for second. And he's in with a stand-up double.
Well, that'll make you feel good as a hitter right there. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ballgame.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here in the third and final game of the series. Swings and misses, struck him out. So the Astros lead 1. Back here in Houston,
Leading
Jeff
off for the
McNeil
Mets,
stands in.
Second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
It's been a rough start on the mound for this guy. His third inning, so important for him to get on track, turn the page, settle in, do all those things you need to do to give your team a little bit of length in this one.
The throw to first, and a quick out, number one. Here's
Now
Pete
batting,
Alonso.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
Since debuting in 2019, no player in the majors has hit more homers than Pete Alonso. Off the plate, 2-1.
Pretty easy to give up on that pitch right there. Started on the edge of the plate with the spin. You know it's going to finish well off the plate.
Just missed. That's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. Well, Singy, he is locked in there.
Well, he's really slowed the game down, and it's like he's moving in full speed, and everybody is a step or two behind. The way that he squared up that baseball tells me that he is seeing it like a beach ball.
And now it's Frankie Lindor. Runner on the go. Hammered. Base hit. Alonso headed for third. Coming home. Now a relay to the plate. He'll score. It's 5-0.
Wasting no time. He's
Now batting,
2 for 2
right
now
fielder,
on the night,
Juan Soto.
and just a triple and home run away from the cycle.
Seriously, we're starting with this already. One down. Now here is Juan Soto. Not close with that one. Ball 2. McCullers a move to first.
No, he's safe.
Lindor back in there. Time asks for a the plate prior to the 2-1 pitch. The 2-1. Lindor on the move. Pitch way inside. Throw there. Safe.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
That one down the line, and that's a fair ball. Lindor zipping around third. He'll score easily. Fires to second too late. Into second with a double, and that was hard hit.
Picks himself up an RBI. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Sean Dubin takes over on the mound. The offense will need to be ready for the breaking stuff. He's got a great curveball.
Dubin.
Mets going with a pinch hitter. Brett Baty. He gets a chance with a runner in scoring position and one gone. Kicks and fires. That one's in there. And that is strike 2. Runner takes off, gets a piece, and stays alive. One out and a runner at second. We're here at The top half of inning number 3. Next
2
offering
balls,
way
2
upstairs. That one is upstairs. Liner snagged at first. Throw not in time at second to double him off. Great hustle to get back.
Quick reactions down there at first, and those can be tougher than they look sometimes. There could be all kinds of weird spin or knuckling action on the baseball.
Ronnie Mauricio now. Way out front for strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that one hit to first. The flip to the pitcher covering. They limit the damage here. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league.
First baseman, Christian Walker.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series, so no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Now it's Brendan Rodgers. Cracks his bat and pops him up. 2 down.
Now batting, shortstop, Jeremy Pena.
So 2 down now, and here is Jeremy Pena. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. On to first. In time. So the drop third strike doesn't hurt him. And that's that. So they go quietly there. 3 innings. here at Daikin Park as we go to the top of the fourth. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Luis Torrens. Next offering is fouled back. And that's down and away. That's off the inside corner. 3-2 now. Broken bat, and it's popped up. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down.
Now batting, left fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Brandon Nimmo, the next to hit. And a swing and a miss.
Good pitch right there. Tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
The 1-2. Tipped into the mid, strike three.
Good late cut for the strikeout there. That thing really got in on him. And, you know, the cutter isn't really a huge swing and miss pitch most of the time because it's not really meant to move a whole lot. You're just trying to miss the big part of the barrel and maybe get some weak contact. But that one right there did a whole lot more than that. That was a really good pitch.
That's outside. And it's 2-1. And it's fouled away. The next pitch misses, and it's a full count. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a ball lined out towards center. Duvall makes a nice running catch. Nothing doing for the offense that time. And midway in the 4th, it's the Mets 6 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back. Let's take a look at how the series has played out so far.
Designated hitter, Jose Altuve.
That one's in there. And the count 1-2.
This is one of those times when you want to be aggressive. Go ahead and pitch to contact. Let the defense work behind you. You've got a nice, comfortable lead. Don't try to be too fine.
And there's one down. Now it's Yordan Alvarez.
Left fielder, Yordan Alvarez.
Ball, that's out.
I can't play around with him here. It's a 6-run lead. At this point, got to attack hitters even if you give up a solo shot.
Swings through that one out in front that time. Foul ball left side. He'll see another. Ground ball to the right side. Alonso steps on the bag. That was a strong at bat, even though he couldn't find a way on base.
Isaac Paredes.
2 outs, base is empty. And next will be the cleanup hitter, Isaac Paredes. The Stros with a lot of ground to make up. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
One of the things about that 2-out walk, the base runner over at first base is going to have a very aggressive secondary lead. So a ball down the line or into the gap will produce a 2-out RBI, and those are the best. That is if you are the offensive side of it.
when they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation, that's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
And he has thrown 4 shutout innings. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We played 4. It's the Mets 6 and the Astros nothing. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And that's
that's
off the inside edge. And the count now even up. And delivers outside.
He should get a pretty good pitch to hit here with the 3-hole hitter coming up if he's walked.
Hit in the air, center field. Dubon under this one. Makes the catch, and there's 1 gone.
Now batting, the first baseman, Pete Alonso.
In steps the polar bear, Pete Alonso. The Mets up big in this one, and we're at the top of the 5th. Swing and a foul straight back. Next pitch is outside. That one missed.
Good purpose pitch right there. Trying to tease him, get him to raise his sights, pop something up, and make it an easy out.
That one ripped. And that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. Pulls in with a double, 3rd hit for him today.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Man at second with 1 away. Francisco Lindor up now for the Mets. High fly ball out towards left center. Alvarez sizes this one up. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. 2 down. And now it's Juan Soto. Well, in their win last game, this guy came up with 2 home runs, obviously trying to keep the roll going here in this one. That one's in there, and it's 1-2.
Well, made it so comfortable for his club to secure that win. Very fresh team today, and it doesn't have to be all on him, but the way he's been swinging it, I expect him to have another big one.
2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Alonso around third. Now a long throw home, but it's offline. It's 7-0. And his hot hitting continues.
I kept him in the yard that time, but all he's doing now is passing the baton, and everything seems to get started around this guy.
So a man at first. Stepping in, Brett Beatty. 2 outs. Runner takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw to second. Out there. And that ends the inning.
The catcher definitely looked ready for that stolen base attempt. Got in position quickly, and a strike down to second base to end the inning.
welcome back.
Leading
And
off
struggles
the
at the
Astros,
plate in this series
center
as we
fielder,
take a look at the numbers.
Mauricio Dubon.
Swing and a high fly ball left field. Pretty well struck. Nimmo going back on it. Onto the track, and he makes the catch.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
2 strikes.
Good late sink on that fastball. Out of the hand looks so good, and then by the time it gets in the hitting zone, hard to get the barrel to it.
And a swing and a miss. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound. And now it's Christian
Now
Walker.
batting, first baseman, Christian Walker.
Never met her match it. Talking about some time, but you reaching for the assets. Classless. Been where you been, where you been.
Now this offense has just been locked down. Almost 5 full innings of shutout baseball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his bat down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Alonso pulls that one down, and that is that. Astros go down 1-2-3. And welcome back to the
Leading off
ballpark.
the Mets,
Here's the third baseman, Brett Beatty. That misses the zone.
Outside.
2 balls and a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Bennett Sousa up and loosening in the pen. Okert also throwing. Center field. Dubon under it. Hauls it in, and there's one away. And now the Mets DH, Ronnie Mauricio. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Now batting, catcher Luis Torres.
Luis Torrens digs in now. So a
Now
change
running
being
at
made at
first for the
first
Mets.
base. Coming in as the pinch runner,
Number
Luis
2.
Angel Acuna.
Luis Angel Acuna.
Runner on the move. In the air out towards right center. Makes the grab, and there's 2 gone. Brandon Nimmo
batting,
up now for the
left
Mets.
fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Acuna leads off first with 2 down to the inning. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. That completes the strikeout, and that'll do it. Mets strand 1, and they hold a 7-0 lead. Back here in Houston, bottom of the inning. Now it's the second baseman, Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers.
And that one fouled off. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Now batting.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Jeremy Pena getting ready to hit. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
That must be incredibly frustrating for the pitcher, but this is all about creating more action and speeding up the game, and it's working.
That's a hit. And they had their first hit since the second inning.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much. You know, he's really been on top of his game, commanding his pitches all night long.
1 gone, runner at first. Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Altuve always seems to be setting records or reaching milestones, Boog. In 2023, he became the fastest player to reach 2,000 career hits, 200 home runs, and 200 stolen bases in MLB history.
And down on strikes he goes. And he's up to 7 strikeouts.
Well, just a beautiful fastball on the inside corner for that backwards K right there. I think the hitter saw it all the way coming from that opposite arm angle. So I got to think he was looking away and just got locked up by the hard stuff boring in on his hands.
That's the 3rd out. 1 left for Houston. They continue to trail 7-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Bennett Sousa.
Well, they need someone to stop the bleed and keep the score right where it is. Seems like a tough task today with the way this lineup is swinging it.
So back to the top of the order. Tyrone Taylor now at the plate. I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
Going to count 1 and 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Line drive, and that should be extra bases. Taylor races for second, and he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Good 2-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. And man, I'll tell you, a line drive like that into the gap just feels so good. It's feedback that you had everything on time and in control from start to finish with your swing.
Dubon moving under this one. Makes the grab. Runner tags at second. He makes it to third. Good base running to move up with only 1 out. Pete Alonso will hit next.
The first baseman, Pete Alonso.
And now 2-1. Other thing in this park, I mean, he could sneeze one over the left field wall into those Crawford box seats. 1 away with a runner at third here in the top half of inning number 7. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Dubon under it. Squeezes it. Runner tags for home. He scores on the sac fly. It's 8-0.
In that situation, you're looking to get something up in the zone that you can put in the air. Worst case scenario, a sacrifice fly to drive in that runner from third.
2 down, bases empty. Francisco Lindor, the next to hit.
With this kind of lead, he can swing freely. Try to hit the ball out of the park. Do what he loves to do.
Ball to strike. Fought off foul. And there's a fly ball deep right field. McCormick ranging back on it. Pulls it in on the warning track. But they push across 1 run on 1 base hit. No errors, no one left. Midway in inning number 7, and it's time to stretch. It's the Mets 8 and the... Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
First baseman, Isaac Paredes.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
Well, they kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, I think he's got to be feeling pretty invincible out there on the mound right now. I mean, he's got the shutout working so far, and even when he challenges these guys, he's getting away with it. That pitch right there really wasn't anything special, a hittable pitch, but he gets the punch out.
Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating, that's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
2 down, nobody on. Off the mark there. And that's ball 2.
Well, as good as things can be, it can be a tough day at the office, even for the skippers. Seeing the offense just sputter, not able to get anything going.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. 1-2-3 go the Astros. And they're on the short end of an 8-0 score. This game's a bit of a blowout, Singy. Let's talk about something random.
Let's do it.
Singy, you grew up in the Bay Area. Did you have a favorite player as a kid?
Yeah, I love the A's lineup. I mean, guys like Ricky Henderson, Dave Kingman, Terry Steinbach. I mean, you just go on and on. Tony Armas. Just some tremendous rosters back then. And I loved as a kid getting on the BART train, the Bay Area Rapid Transit, pulling up right there to the stadium and then going in and watching the game.
Now batting, third baseman, Brett Beatty.
Brett Beatty getting ready to hit. Base is empty, 1 away, and we're in the top of the 8th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. You also had the pleasure of going over and hitting and taking batting practice at a big leaguer's house. Who was that?
Yeah, Willie McGee, one of the greatest of all time, in my opinion. Not in the Hall
in your neighborhood.
Yeah, his folks live right down the street from me, and that's where his batting cage was. I used to look out of my backyard down the hill and just dream of one day maybe being able to go over and hit with them. And that dream became a reality when I was drafted by the San Francisco Giants.
Next is the designated hitter, Luis Angel Acuna. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Throw off line, he's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away.
Well, an error like that, you look at the scoreboard and you kind of wonder if they are losing focus out there. And look, it can be tough to stay locked in when you're getting blown out. We've all been there. And I'm not saying that's definitely what happened on this play, but it's not a great look.
Move to second.
He's safe.
Now they've got him in a rundown. They get the tag on him, and that's the 2nd out.
Great job by the defense executing that daylight play perfectly. It's such a timing thing, and that middle infielder and the pitcher have to be on the same page.
Runner goes again, and it's through for a hit. The throw to third, not in time. He's safe.
Now batting, left fielder.
Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. Lefty out of the stretch, runners at first and third. Foul ball.
With a runner at third, this is who they want at the plate. He's so good at getting a run across in these situations.
Snap throw to first. Oh, they got him, and that will end the inning.
Now pitching to the
Back
New York
now,
Mets.
new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Dedniel Nunez.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Strikes him out with 100.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his third strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
2 strikes.
Fouls it off, still 1-2. Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. Coming out of the bullpen and throwing BBs.
Chance to strike out the side now. You talk about the benefits, the advantages of relievers who can come in and get the swing and miss, whether it's inherited runners or maybe a little jam that they get into themselves, knowing that they can miss the bat. Tell you what, that's huge and can change the ball game.
2 balls.
2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Nothing doing there for Houston. Still 8-0. We go to the 9th, and stepping in for New York, Brandon Nimmo. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this. But, yeah, you definitely expected to see some offense coming up.
Sliced hard, but foul down the left side. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Just missed.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Dubon on his way over. Hauls it in for the out.
Every day during batting practice, these outfielders get about 10 minutes of balls in the gaps. They practice this, and when the game comes, they make the play perfectly.
3-2. The pitch is outside, and ball 4. Runner on at first with 1 gone. Now the number 2 hitter, Jeff McNeil. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. Strike in there. Throw to second. Save. And now it's 1-2. Slider misses outside. Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Swing at a ball lifted to center field. Dubon makes the grab. That's out number 2.
Now batting, first baseman.
Here comes the manager out of the... On the mound now, Ryan King.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
2-1.
Little trouble with this one behind the plate. Man at second. Here's a swing and a drive left field, and he knew it. That one felt good. That's his 4th home run of the series. And they tack on to their lead. It's 10-0.
It's no surprise this guy has won the home run derby multiple times. He was born to hit them. Looks like this guy was looking out over the plate, but he was ready to turn on the inside fastball. So direct to the pitch. Absolutely blasted out of this ballpark.
Francisco Lindor comes up to the plate. Here's a high fly ball out to center. Dubon has a beat on it. Makes the catch, inning over. Mets add 2 runs on this blast. It's now 10-zip. Back after this on the show.
Now pitching for New
Back
York.
now as they hand the ball to a
Number
fresh arm to
47.
start the bottom of the ninth. Frankie Montas.
And he comes on here for the first time this season, and I'm sure there's some nerves involved in that, so we'll see how he settles in.
Got him swinging. Chase the fastball up the ladder for strike 3. Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. 1 down, base is empty. And now the count 1-2 after the swing and the miss.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. Into center and a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single. Here's Yordan Alvarez.
Ball.
Oh, he hit him.
That hit him.
And that got him pretty flush.
Now batting.
Here in the bottom of the ninth, 1 out. So next up for Houston, Isaac Paredes. Pitch misses there. 2-1. 1 out. Runners at first and second. That one finds the zone, and that's strike 2. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. And now the Astros are down to their final out.
Now 3 pitches, down, fastball up, swinging, boom. It's like learning a chord progression, getting those strums right, man. So many pitchers prefer working north-south these days compared to the east-west, and that was a great example right there.
Got him. And that'll do it.
Well, this is a nice sweep. Good way to finish this series. You're headed to another city for another one. Got to maintain the same focus. Whatever you were doing in this city, make sure you're doing the same thing in the next one. Eat the same thing, sleep the same way, get to the ballpark at the same time.
10-zip your final in this one. And the road team picks up the win and picks up a sweep. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by. I'm John Shambi. Talk to you soon.
Don't nobody wanna dance slow in the rain. Snoop York. Snoop York. Don't nobody wanna liberate the weight of the pain. Snoop York. Snoop York. Sometimes I hate taking trips to the lab. Got my pen and pad, booking instrumentals and smash. Catch the bus regardless. Trying hard to be an artist, but my A&R be calling me out my zone into his office. Being cautious, cause he don't want my record to break. Asking me how I think my project's progressing it. I say cool, but the truth is I'm stressing the grip. Cause it's hard to make music when this depression exists. They say use it as inspiration.